How's Biz It Is on KGPT. I'm Tim Witzman, and Tony Bowie is our guest today. Tony, you talked about going to WSU. Must be a proud shocker with the basketball right
Yes,
now.
29 and 0 with 2 games left.
Well, when the show runs, we hope it's more. What did you study at Wichita State?
I studied business administration with the emphasis in minor in finance.
I'm always interested in the challenge of people who really succeed at doing that when they come from another country. Did you have problems with the language and reading or understanding things? Because I know people who've lived here for 30 years from other countries, and they still have problems with the nuances of some things.
Yes, but I understand that. But I have the privilege of going to middle school, so I learned ESL English there, and then also high school. So when I go to college, it's easier.
Okay.
It was no question. It was hard. The first time, like when I was in middle school. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get it. Well, you've talked about ways where you try to get out there and meet more people, etc. And Tony is a member of the Wichita Independent Business Association, and he has, as I understand it, that is one of the ways in which you have met and picked up some additional clients. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Tell us about that a little bit.
I joined Wichita Independent. This is the third year now, and Wichita Independent Business has a lot of. For example, they have the business luncheon and they have the mixer. Gives me a way to network with other business owners, and from that I was able to meet and help a few other business owners out with their insurance needs.
Yeah, one of the things that always surprises me with people in business, some people will open a business and they sort of then just sit there behind the door and think, well, where is everybody? No,
yeah, that's not gonna.
It isn't gonna work.
You have to be out there and expose yourself.
Absolutely. And Tony's done things like he's on the membership committee, so you have to give some of yourself in order to see those returns.
Give first, and
Of those events, you talked about mixers and the luncheons. Which ones do you find the most useful to you in the business sense?
I love the mixer, and I like the luncheon too. The mixer give me a chance to go out and shake hand and give me more time to meet other business owners. And I like the luncheon too because you bring the Wichita Weaver bring up a different topic each luncheon, so I can learn.
Okay. As you look at situation today, where do you think we are economically? Do you feel good about the future? Are you positive? Do you see problems?
I always look at the glass half full. I try to be.
Can't be a businessman if you don't have that.
I try to be as positive as I can. I want to control what I control, and the other stuff just let it do its things. I cannot control about economic. I cannot control myself.
The successful business people I've talked to tend to take an attitude like that, which is
I cannot worry too much about, like, for example, Washington.
Right. Right. Do you see doing any new directions, or are you going to stick pretty much with your core business and just try to grow that?
Yes, I want to stick with my core business first and grow that to be a successful agency. If in the future, if there's more revenue, there more money, I would like to invest in other things too.
Okay. Is all your family here now, or some still in Vietnam?
Most of the all of the families are here except for one sister, and her family are still in Vietnam. And I go back there every 2 or 3 years.
Is it much easier now to go back?
Oh yes. All
What,
you have
what
to do-
changes have you seen there? I'm fascinated by it.
I mean the country is growing. Every time I go back, I see changes, a lot of changes. It's growing too.
Some people who came to the United States, I know among them others, some Chinese, have looked at going back because of growth that's going on in the country that they originally came from. Nobody here feeling that in your family?
No,
You're
we are good.
pretty happy here.
We're good. I mean, a lot of people
When you
say,
can't leave when the Shockers are winning in basketball.
Right.
Come on.
you know, a lot of people say that they travel and there's nobody like the United States. They travel around the world and they just love to live here.
Now, do you have kids?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. I was going to ask about. I don't think people realize just how diverse Wichita is. At East High School, do you know how many languages are spoken?
Maybe 3.
62.
Wow.
62.
East High School.
East High School. Where 4 of my daughters went.
That's amazing.
So that, I think some people think of Wichita as just this, excuse me, but white bread city. And it's
No.
not. It's much
It's-
more complex
it's
than that.
Very diverse.
And people get along very well. As far as I can tell. I've been in places where they didn't get along all that well. But
People get along pretty well here.
any advice you'd give to a future business person? Somebody wants to start a business. What would Tony say to him?
I would say that pick something that you love to do, because you cannot do it unless you love it, because there's gonna be some bad days and some good days, but if you love it, if you have the passion, you will do well in it. So pick something you love to do.
Well, that's a good thing to do. We have a passion for doing this show, and we've really enjoyed having you here today, Tony. And we'll be back next week with more Wichita's Biz That Is.